As we are taking you on our global tour of all the royal families of the world, next up is the royal family of Kuwait. So get comfortable and we will show you how they spend a vast fortune worth $360 billion. One member of the Kuwait royal family was reportedly a powerboating enthusiast, the kinds of high-speed vessels that go for tens of thousands of dollars. Keeping up teams that race these vehicles can cost millions. These things are so competitive that he entered a race in the United Arab Emirates. This is apparently an intense race with fast speeds and stiff competition. How do I know it's so intense? Because he lost his life doing it. It seems like a heavy wave pushed his vessel over, then it capsized and took his life. You'll see that they actually built a house so that they could be closer to the sea and appreciate it. But maybe they should stay away from it. This isn't the last violent altercation they have on the water, as you'll see. The royal family of Kuwait is even more loaded than you'd think. Together they have that net worth of $360 billion, with most of it coming from oil reserves. So naturally, they have their own quirky home that is much more ridiculous than the kind of houses pretty much anyone else would buy. Once you see this home, though, you'll see that it's basically a palace. This seafront palace is the perfect blend of East meets West. It has grandiose style, over-the-top luxury furniture, and color palettes that are a signature of classic Eastern style. On the other hand, it has a modern, futuristic vibe that you see in mansions across the West, particularly in places like California. It took specific inspiration from palaces of old, along with fancy houses in Palm Beach. While we don't have hard numbers on how much this family spent on this property or decorating it, I'd say that several $100 million would be a pretty solid guess. The home was specifically designed for this family, who evidently waited several decades for the perfect space. Once the blueprints were drawn up, not a single thing about their dream home was altered until it was finally a reality. They named this beautiful home Dar Noor, or House of Light. The natural light surely makes the name accurate. It was specifically designed so that each and every room has you facing towards the sea. Chances are that no matter where you are in the house, the sea beckons you to come take a dip. Though for this family, that may not be a good thing. A huge part of the Saudi royal family's wealth is in assets that aren't fully known to the public, or even the royal family itself. See, not just Kuwait, but also the ruling family of Qatar spend around $250 million per year on fine art, according to Forbes estimates. So, why do they do it? Besides enriching culture, filling museums, and their massive yachts, they collect art because they know its strength as an investment and a storer of value. Morgan Stanley even specifically called out art's strength as a portfolio diversifier, and the contemporary art they've spent an estimated $1 billion on the whole, it's outpaced the S&P 500 for the last 25 years by an incredible 131%. Right now, the Qatari royal family's massive investment could be paying off, because while everyone else is down 15, 20, or 30% this year, art is up around 17%, largely thanks to its resilience. That's an extra $170 million or so for the royal family. Wow! Numbers like that are why I'm excited about what Masterworks is doing. They let you invest in the same kind of art the royal family spends millions on for a fraction of the price, and in an SEC qualified way. And if Masterworks sells a piece you invested in, it could mean a handsome reward, like their last 3 sales that returned 13.9, 17.8, and 21.5% net. That brings them to 7 sales this year alone. With over 600,000 users, Masterworks paintings have sold in minutes. but you can click the link in the description for priority access. So that was way too classy for my taste. Let's be real, you came here for the salacious details, wild parties, and fancy cars. While we don't know what fancy cars they drive, we do have an idea of what kind of parties they like. What do you say about a story involving debauchery, pirates, and a possible international cover-up? Now that's more like it. Evidently, 5 unnamed members of the Kuwait royal family found themselves in an unfortunate situation when they attended a yacht party that got broken up in the worst way imaginable. They were partying with 4 young British people that were reportedly either all young women or young men. Their wild party drew them off course and they found themselves in dangerous waters in Iran. From there, the vessel was seized and held for ransom. There are 2 different accounts of what actually happened. One claims that the Iranian government took the ship, leaked the story, and held the boat as a warning to anyone else who would have their party yacht float across the wrong border. Then there's the other story that Iranian pirates took the ship, which isn't all that uncommon for the area at all. Supposedly, they're well known for taking these expensive ships and dropping the crew off on a simple fishing boat in classic pirate style. I'm not exactly sure how much money it would cost to charter a giant luxury yacht, throw a lavish party on that exact same yacht, pay a giant ransom once your yacht is seized by pirates or a foreign power, or how much it would cost to cover all of that up. Chances are this one alone costs somewhere between 5 and 10 million. How much do international cover-ups cost these days? Anyone got an estimate? This family spends money on the classiest homes or high-stakes water adrenaline and absolutely nothing in between.